Hello and welcome to my final code project. This project was meant to initially be kind of like Space Invaders, but it devolved into more of like a 1v1 versus a Space Invader because I couldn't figure out how to populate multiple um, enemy ships in the way that Space Invaders moves them synchronously and then down one. I couldn't figure that out with using the conventional physics nutmeg that we use, or nutmeg nougat that we use. Um, so how I did this is I have it to where here you can move right and left with the player ship, and this stuff creates text in the ship start location. And then within the int main is where I create all like the rectangular boundaries and stuff for the actual game. So whenever a laser hits these edges, or if the invader hits the edges, then he'll either bounce off, and if a laser hits the top or bottom, then it will um, remove that laser so it won't uh, build up too much memory. And this creates the player ship here. This is just pretty much the same way as we did in Lab 8 with creating using images and bringing them up with PNGs and setting them and stuff. Same thing for the invaders. And this creates the lasers and the font. And then we have this clock kind of works similarly as it does in Lab 8, kind of built it off of that. And then this while loop takes in the player health and the invader health. And so then the game will end once one of those healths hits 0. And I have the health set up here to 3 for both the healths. And in this stuff runs all like the laser shooting and the damage and stuff within this clock. Um, and this stuff here is for the player shooting. Um, After you hit spacebar, I believe it should play a laser sound and also shoot the laser. And this stuff is for the on collision references. And all this stuff tracks. Well, this tracks here if it hit something, and then it plays that hit sound 3, and it removes invader health if it hits the invader up here. And this does some removals. And it works pretty much the same way for the invader shoot. Plays a sound if it hits ship, removes health. Play a sound if it hits ship. Play a sound up here when it shoots, and this tracks how often it shoots, and this tracks how fast it shoots. Up here, back up here, this tracks how fast the player shoots. And that is pretty much the important stuff. This is all for the setting the health text for Invader and the health and the score. Um, which I don't think I used the score anymore. That was more from Lab 8. And this is for the final window. Well, they'll display the game over screen and the game over sound. And I did the sound stuff by using by including these 3 libraries here as well as this. So that's how I was able to figure out the sound for this. So whenever you play it, this is what it will look like. You can move back and forth. The invader moves back and forth. You can see enemy health and stuff. That bottom right is the score. And as you can see, a different sound plays for whenever the invader shoots and whenever I shoot. And if I get hit, it plays that sound. And if the invader gets hit, if I can hit it, it should play sound too. And then that is the game over screen. So I try to find a neutral kind of game over sound because I don't have like a win state. It's all kind of ran under the same thing. So that is my final project for coding class, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.